you want to listen to. And then let's start today in a comfortable seat. So you can sit cross-legged, or you can sit with your seat back on your heels with your shins beneath you. You can sit up on a pillow or a blanket or a block. And once you find your comfortable seat, take your palms of your hands and place them face down on your thighs. Try to tilt your pelvis towards your thighs a little bit more, just so that you get a little bit more space in your chest and a little bit more lengthening in your spine. And you can keep your eyes open, or if it feels okay, you can soften or close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your shoulders, and then let go of the tension they hold. Inevitably, they are a little bit more risen up than you probably need to have them. See if you can relax them down even further. Now bring your awareness to your hips, and see if you can release a little bit more tension in your hips. Bring your awareness to your breath. Start to lengthen your inhales to a count of at least 4 or longer. And lengthen your exhales to at least a count of 5 or even longer. Continue your breath like that. Trying to breathe deep down into your low belly, diaphragm breath. And take your left hand to your belly and your right hand to your heart. And we're going to go through a few rounds of 3-part breath. So once we get started, you're going to breathe in and expand your lower hand, so your low belly. And then you're going to breathe in a little bit more air into your rib area. And you're going to breathe a little bit more air into your chest area. And then when we exhale, we're going to breathe out of the chest, out of the ribs, and out of the belly. So hands left on your belly, right on your chest. Let's take one cleansing breath first. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. 3-part breath. Inhale through your low belly. Sip in through your ribs. In through your chest. Pause. 2, 3. Out of your chest first. Ribs. Low belly. Nice work. Just like that. A couple more times. Inhale, low belly. Sip in a little bit more to your ribs. A little bit more in your chest. Pause. Exhale, chest, ribs, low belly. Inhale, low belly. Ribs, chest. Pause. Exhale, chest, ribs, low belly. 2 more just like that. Inhale. Sip in a little bit more in your ribs. A little bit more in your chest. Pause. Exhale it out from top to bottom. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Pause. Exhale all the way out. Release your hands, palms facing up this time. Come back to your breath in and out to a count of 4 and 5. Now come over into tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Stay in your tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow pose. Exhale, press the earth away, curl your chin to your chest. Cat. Inhale, cow, shoulder blades down and back. Exhale, cat, Puff up the space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, cow, belly down. Exhale, cat, belly button to your spine. Inhale back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. And take the first couple breaths here to bend one knee and then the other. So pedaling your feet side by side. And as you do that, try to start and press down into your pointer finger and your thumb to send your shoulders back, your hips back. And gaze up at your navel and relax the space on either side of your neck. Find some stillness in your feet, bend your knees, and try to melt your heels towards your mat. They may never reach, and that's okay. A reminder that this is your practice, so you take what you want and leave what you don't. Listen to your body, you're the expert there. I'll offer a number of suggestions, but none of them are required. All of them are optional. Inhale, lift your heels, and then tiptoe all the way up to the top of your mat, keeping your legs straight until you can't any longer bend them at the top. Keep your feet hips width distance. Drop your torso, ragdoll pose. Drop the crown of your head deeper and deeper towards the earth. Reach for your elbows with your hands. And maybe you sway back and forth. You can shake your head no, nod it yes. And take this moment towards the beginning of our practice to really let go of anything that you're holding on to in your head, in your body, in your shoulders. For the next hour, you have this great gift of not having to do anything except what is needed for you right now. Slowly roll up to standing, one vertebrae stacking at a time. Reach up, gaze up. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Ground down through both feet, all four corners. Shift your weight into your heels. Lift your toes up, spread them wide, and then set them down one at a time, if you can. You're going to rotate your shoulders out so your pinkies come in toward one another. Lift your lower belly up and in. A little tuck of your tail, but not too much. Inhale, interlace your hands, leaving your pointer finger out. And exhale, side bend to your right. Left shoulder back. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, side bend to your left. Right shoulder back. Inhale, back through center. Keep your hands interlaced behind your head. Engage your low core and then press your head into your hands for a little back bend. Inhale, Tadasana, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center and hinge at your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and hold. Your knees can stay bent or you can start to straighten them. Just try not to lock them out too much. And try to find an anterior tilt in your pelvis. So instead of being super rounded, I want to try to find more of a back bending sensation and find more length and pull my shoulders back. You can keep your hands rested on your shins, or for an extra challenge, try to reach your hands up overhead. Again, pinkies should be facing down this time. Thumbs facing up. Press down into the balls of your feet. Engage through your low core, like you're trying to lift up the weight so you won't have as much work to do in your legs, in your back. Stay for another breath in. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, step back, high plank, and pause. Option in high plank at any point in time to lower your knees. The same goes for whenever we go to chaturanga as well. Spread your fingers wide. Pointer fingers should be parallel to one another, so like in an 11. And then activate your hands so much like you're trying to claw at the mat. And you can see your middle knuckles rise up. Press the earth away from you. And breathe. Drop your right knee and shift your foot to the right. Modified side plank, left hand up. So your left foot is down on the mat and your right foot is directly behind you. Take your lifted hand, palm facing down towards the floor, reach up overhead for a little side body stretch. Try to bring your left shoulder back. Inhale. Exhale through high plank. So lift your right leg back up. Other side, left knee down. Bring your foot behind you, back on the floor on the side of your mat. Right foot down on the mat, side plank, other side. Feel your connection between your left hand and the mat. Claw your fingers. And then reach up and overhead, palm facing down. More of a side stretch. Keep your right hip where it is, stacked over your left, but bring your right shoulder back. Exhale through center, high plank. Inhale, shift your weight over your fingertips, and exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Maybe your body touches all at once. Inhale, cobra pose, chest up, and hold. You can press down through the tops of your feet. And try to really use your back to lift your chest. Bring your shoulders back behind you. Maybe you start to lift up off of your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Inhale, strong arms and legs and core, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's flow through our sun A, breath to movement. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, walk or hop. Top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, Tadasana, look up. Exhale, interlace your hands and side bend to your right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend other side. Inhale through center. Hands behind your head. Exhale, little back bend. Push your head into your hands. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Inhale, drop your right knee, left hand up, side plank. Exhale through center. Inhale, other side, drop your left knee, right hand up. Exhale through center. Shift your weight over your fingers and lower all the way down. Inhale just for a half breath, cobra pose, lift your chest. Exhale, release. Inhale, high plank or tabletop, press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, and travel top of your mat, forward fold. Drop your head. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, mountain. Exhale, side bend to your right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend to your left, right shoulder back. Inhale through center. Exhale, mini back bend. Keep your low core engaged. Inhale, mountain rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Inhale, modified side plank, left hand up. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, modified side plank, other side. Exhale through center and lower all the way down to your mat. Inhale, cobra pose, shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes, press up, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, and travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, chair pose. Sweep the earth with your tips of your middle fingers and reach up. Sit your hips back and down. Weight into your heels. Relax the space between your arms and your neck. And breathe. Inhale. Keep your legs as they are. Exhale, airplane your arms behind you like you're trying to high five your hands, but they won't quite get there. Inhale, Tadasana with a back bend. Lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, and this time lower halfway down, Chaturanga, arms to 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press down through the tops of your feet to lift your knees. Bring your upper arm bones back in space. Exhale, roll over your feet, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, go towards a straight front leg. If you have blocks, you can use them and straighten your leg. If you don't have to go completely straight, but straighten until, I guess, your stopping point with your hands still on the ground. Find length in your spine. So try to lengthen the crown of your head forward, like halfway lift. Tilt your pelvis towards your front thigh. And then fold forward for a modified pyramid. You should be up high on the ball of your back foot. Rebend your front knee. Keep your left hand planted. Rise your right hand up for easy twist. Try to lean back into the twist. Take a breath in. Find your foundation. And then on an exhale, lift up for twisted crescent. So you're twisted to the right, arms into a T. Legs are in crescent lunge, so all toes facing forward. Right knee over your front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Engage your low core. Lift it up and in. Try to press your back hamstring towards the ceiling. Inhale, open it up, warrior two, facing the opposite side wall now. And this time, your back foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Front toes still facing forward, front knee over your ankle, lunge a little bit deeper, arms to a T. Squeeze your glutes, find a little bit more external rotation of your hips. And then actively press your front knee to the right. Look down and see if you can see your big toe. If not, think about trying to actively press it even further to the right. You got it. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward with your right hand and find the inside of your front leg. You can take a grip on your ankle if you'd like. You can reach to the floor, but for an added challenge in the core today, try to keep your hand up off of the earth. And then press your arm into your leg and your leg into your arm. Find length through your spine by engaging the low core and by bringing your left hip back and your right shoulder back. Squeeze your glutes still. Inhale, reverse warrior. Flip your front palm to face the ceiling and then reach up towards the ceiling above you first and then to the back. Palm facing down. Stay committed to your front lunge. Gaze back at your back foot. And then bend your elbow and drop it to the top of your back or the back of your head. And press your head back into your arm or your hand. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down on either side of your front foot. Step back, lower halfway, chaturanga. It's a long exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, start to straighten your leg just as much as feels good for you with your hands or your fingertips at least still down on the earth. That can be here and that's totally fine. Lengthen your spine, find halfway lift in your upper half. And then tilt your pelvis towards your front thigh. Feel a little bit more in your hamstring when that happens. And then fold forward, trying to keep that pelvis tilt. And if it's a little shaky, that's okay. My left leg shakes a ton when I'm trying to work on my hamstrings. Rebend your front knee. Find your crescent lunge stance. Keep your right hand planted down. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling, twist for an easy twist. All toes are facing forward right now. Left hip shifts back, right forward, so your hips are nice and squared off towards your mat. And lean back into your twist. Stay for your inhale. Feel your foundation, your strength down to lift up on your exhale, twisted crescent. Take your front knee over your front ankle. It might mean a little bit more of a lunge. And you can gaze at the sidewall or maybe even look back at your back thumb. Inhale, warrior two, other side. You can adjust your stance. Press down into your back knife edge side of your foot. And then lunge until your knee is over your ankle or even a little bit behind if it needs to be, but not any more forward than your ankle. Traditional gaze is over your front middle finger, but if it feels better for your neck for any reason, you can always gaze at the sidewall. Bring your awareness to your shoulders and try to drop them a little bit more. Exhale, extended side angle, left arm reaches forward and finds the inside of your left leg. Right hand up towards the ceiling. Press your left arm into your front leg and your leg into your arm. And feel your inner thigh turn on, maybe your glutes. And then at the same time, activate your back quad and your glute. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the lunge. Reach up towards the ceiling first and then back. Look at your back foot. Bend your elbow and pat yourself on the back. And press your head back into your arm. And cartwheel your hands down on either side of your front foot. Step back. Flow through a chaturanga or skip it all together. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, and travel top of your mat. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale, chair pose, let's move. Exhale, airplane your arms behind you. Keep your breath. Inhale, mountain pose with a mini back bend. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, rises you up to halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or hop back. If you hop, land with soft elbows, chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, chest open. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, straighten your leg-ish and straighten your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, easy twist, left hand plants, right hand up. Exhale, lifts you up, twisted crescent. Inhale, warrior two, open it up. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward and then up overhead. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep your lunge. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the earth, step back, maybe your right foot floats, chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, upper arm bones back. Exhale, downward facing dog, nice work, left side up. Exhale, low lunge, step it between your hands. Inhale, straight leg, straight spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, easy twist, left hand up. Your front knee is bent. Exhale, strength rises you up, twisted crescent. Inhale, cartwheel open, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Feel a nice side body stretch. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step back. This time, maybe your left foot floats. Lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, and travel. Top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sweep the earth, sit back. Exhale, airplane your arms, don't miss it. Inhale, mountain pose with a back bend. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Inhale, lengthen the crown of your head forward. Exhale, plant your hands, maybe you hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press down to the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hips up and back. Right leg high, inhale. Exhale, step it through, maybe your heel first this time. Inhale, start to straighten your front leg, halfway lift in the spine. And exhale, fold, head down. Inhale, easy twist, right hand up, front knee bends. Exhale, stand up into crescent with a twist. Inhale, warrior two, open it up, you got it. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Flow through a chaturanga, or maybe this time you lower and take cobra pose. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Try to put your heel first. Inhale, straighten and lengthen. Exhale, fold, drop the crown of your head. Inhale, easy twist, left hand up, right hand down. Exhale, stand up, crescent with a twist. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Activate arm to leg, leg to arm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel down. Plant your hands, step back, flow halfway down. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees and travel, top of your mat. Forward fold. Heel toe your feet, hips width distance. Plant your hands so your fingertips are facing your toes, palms are facing up. And then step your feet onto your hands for Padahastasana Gorilla. Bend your knees a ton at first so you can get your feet onto your hands. And if you don't like your feet on your hands, that's okay. You can just leave your hands off your feet, or your feet off your hands. And once you find Padahastasana, drop the crown of your head, engage your low core, And then start to try and lengthen your tailbone towards the ceiling. And your legs may never go straight, and they may be like mine where they shake a lot. No matter where you are, that is completely fine, because you are meant to be in this moment at this time. Every single day is different. You know, how we feel in our bodies, how far we can push ourselves. So take today for whatever it is. Release your hands from your feet. You can keep them hips width distance or heel toe them together for chair pose. Sweep the earth, sit back. Exhale, airplane your arms. We've been here before. This time, put all of your weight into your right leg, right foot, and then lift up off of your left for one-legged Tadasana. Left leg lifts. Try to ground down through your standing foot. Relax your shoulders. Bring your hands to your hips, and you have options. Left hand to your knee, or left hand takes your peace fingers and wrap around your big toe. If you have your big toe, start to extend your foot forward. You can take your big toe and keep your leg bent. That's completely fine. Everyone, now take a breath in and exhale. Open your leg up to the left by way of your hip. So if you have your knee, again, you're trying to externally rotate your hip to point your toes to the side. If you have your foot, same idea. Externally rotate your hip so your foot is facing the side. Inhale your foot back to center. Take your right hand on your big toe side, left hand on your pinky toe side of your foot. If you have your knee, you can take both hands. If you have your foot, everyone, start to curl your spine towards your knee. So if I have my knee, I'm still going to try to curl my spine. So instead of trying to lengthen our spine here, we're trying to really curl into ourselves. Try to curl, curl, curl. And then inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Left foot still up. Exhale, left foot down, chair pose, airplane arms. Let's do the other side. All your weight in your left foot. One-legged Tadasana, right leg lifts. You know your options, right hand to your knee or peace fingers around your big toe. You have your big toe, straighten your leg-ish. And everyone exhale, externally rotate your right hip so your foot is facing the right. Inhale back to center. Either find the ball of your foot with your hands or wrap your hands around your knee. And wherever you are, curl forehead towards your knee. Curl your spine. Balance is hard. It's okay. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Release your foot, release your knee, reach up. Exhale, chair pose, airplane your arms. Inhale, mountain pose with a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or hop back, chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of your feet press down to lift your chest up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose this time. Curl in, bring your thigh to your chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step your foot through low lunge. Inhale, just like before. Straighten your front leg as much as feels good for you with your fingertips down. Straighten your spine. Tilt your pelvis towards your thigh and fold. Lower your back knee, bend your front knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Rise your arms up. And try to scissor your thighs toward one another. So left thigh forward and in. And tuck your tail and start to shift your weight forward. You'll feel a nice stretch in your left hip flexor. Inch forward, tuck your tail. Inch forward, tuck your tail. Inhale. Exhale, half Hanumanasana or half split. Bring your right toes like flexed towards your forehead and try to keep your hips over your back knee. So try not to lean too far back. Instead, shift your heel forward if you need more space. And then again, tilt that pelvis towards your front thigh. Toes are flexed up and back. You can be using your fingertips or blocks on the floor. Scissor your thighs toward one another and in. And then like you're trying to make ripples in your mat, bring your heel towards your back knee and your back knee towards your heel. And now do the opposite. Press your front heel away and your knee back. Press your heel from your glute. Like you're trying to put all the energy from your right glute into your heel. Push, push, push. And then relax into your normal half Hanumanasana. Tilt your pelvis. Maybe you start to fold your head towards your feet. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, plant your hands, low lunge again. Come up on the ball of your back foot and then start to straighten your front leg and lift your right hand up for revolve triangle. So we're in this modified pyramid stance with our legs that we've been in the past with our left hand down and right hand up. Try to shift your right hip back. You can gaze up towards your lifted hand if you'd like. Rebend your front knee. Stay within your easy twist. Inhale. Exhale, stand up, twisted crescent. Inhale, warrior two. Just as we've done before, open it up. Exhale, this time straighten your front leg, triangle pose, hips shift back. Reach forward, 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 and then tick-tock your arms to 12 and 6 o'clock. In triangle, you can rest your hand on your shin, but try to keep a soft bend in your front knee so you're not hyperextending. Lean back. Like I had two panes of glass and you're trying to squeeze yourself between them. Inhale, reverse triangle. Both legs stay straight. Reach up and back with your right hand. Gaze to your back foot. Bend your top elbow and press your head into your arm or your hand. Reach your right hand back up and we're going to launch into half moon. So weight into your front foot and then as you're ready, come up off of your back leg. Squeeze your glutes, open your hips, flex your back foot and lift that back leg. Maybe you challenge yourself and try an extra balance and lift your right fingertips up off of the earth. Maybe they come to your heart. Maybe not. Inhale. Exhale, standing split. Left leg is up high. Pause here. Now take your left foot and pulse towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your left leg lifted. Start to walk your hands back towards your standing heel. Option to stay here or take one hand behind your calf or your ankle. Option to stay here or bring your other hand back. Again, extra balance. Challenge. One more inhale and exhale, left foot down, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or hop, chaturanga, lower halfway, or skip it all together. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the other side, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Really try to bring your heel to your glute and your thigh to your chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, curl in first, and then step it through, low lunge. Inhale, straighten and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rebend your front knee, crescent moon, inhale. You can keep your hands up, or you can interlace them on your front thigh. Tuck your tail, shift your hips forward. After you shift your hips forward, tuck your tail again. Feel it in your right hip flexor. Shift forward, tuck your tail. Inhale. Exhale, half splits, half Hanumanasana. You know what to do. Shift your heel forward if you need to, your back knee back. But try to keep your hips over your back knee. Fingertips can stay on the earth. And lengthen your spine, trying to bring your pelvis towards your front thigh. Now pull your front heel back and your back knee forward, pulling them toward one another, not actually moving them, but isometrically, actively pressing them into one another. Now press your front heel forward all the way from your left glute. So your left glute is pushing your left heel forward, and you're pressing your back knee down and back, away from each other. And at the same time, you're still trying to pull your pelvis towards your front thigh or your front knee. Nice. You can relax a little bit. Stay active by keeping your left toes towards your forehead and by using that pelvic tilt. And then maybe you start to fold your head towards your foot. Rebend your left knee. Tuck your back toes, low lunge. Straighten your front leg once again. You might have a little bit more space now in your hamstrings. Keep your right hand planted, and your front leg can be as bent as it needs to still. Inhale, revolve triangle. Lift your left hand up towards the ceiling. Bring your left rib up towards the ceiling. Rebend your front knee. Keep your left hand lifted. Easy twist. And stand up. Crescent lunge with a twist. Open arm twist. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Straighten your front leg. Shift your hips back and reach forward, 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 and tick-tock your arms 12 and 6 o'clock. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach your left hand up and back. Gaze at your back foot. Bend your top elbow and press your head into your arm or your hand. Try to reach your elbow up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bend your front knee, launch, half moon pose. Left fingertips can find the earth or hover, but engage your back leg. So really turn on your back quad and then externally rotate your lifted leg. So your pinkies are trying to rotate behind you. You can gaze to the side wall, or you can try gazing up at your lifted hand if you feel super balancy today. Option to hover your left fingertips. Maybe you fall out. That's okay. Just gonna come back in. Inhale. Exhale, standing split. Both hands are down, right foot is up. And pulse for 10. Kick your right heel up towards the ceiling. Square off your hips. So really try to press your right inner thigh towards the ceiling. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Walk your hands back towards your standing heel. Option to go for the balance like you did on the other side. Or maybe you just want to try it on this side and you didn't on the other side. One side is always different than the other for me. Sometimes the left has more balance, sometimes the right. Who knows why? One more breath in. Exhale, right foot down, forward fold. Nice work. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. We're going to do just a couple more balance poses. Inhale, chair pose, sweep the earth, sit back. All your weight into your left foot this time. Right leg up, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, eagle. Right leg over your left, right arm under your left arm. And for eagle, I'll face this way. You can keep your foot kind of just hovering in the air, or you can kickstand it next to your other leg. Your arms can be wrapped all the way around, palms to touch, backs of your hands to touch. You can give yourself a hug. Wherever you are today is perfect. Sink your weight down and back into your standing heel, your left heel. Bring your elbows up to be in line with your shoulders. Try to square your hips. Towards the front of the room, I should say. Inhale, unwind, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, tree pose. You can bring the sole of your foot to the inside of your left thigh or to your calf, or you can kickstand it on the earth as well. Choose your own adventure. Press your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. Palms to touch. And you can play with arm variations. Arms up, you can gaze up. Arms wrap behind you, reaching for your elbows. You can do reverse prayer if your shoulders are super open today. We haven't really opened them a ton, but you do you. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, chair, airplane arms. Other side. Plant your right leg down, lift your left leg up. Exhale, eagle, left leg over your right, left arm under your right. Whatever variation in your legs, whatever variation in your hands. And this pose purposely blocks your gaze. Our gaze, or our point of focus in yoga, is our drishti. And while you might not be able to have a drishti that you can see super well, you can always take that gaze or that point of focus inside. So maybe you bring it to your breath, or you bring it to your third eye center or your heart space. Anywhere you can bring your attention and focus. Your drishti. Inhale, back up, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, tree pose. Place your foot wherever is good for you. And find your arm variation. If you reach back for your elbows, you can try to take the opposite elbow on top. So it's the weird way. Maybe you try gazing up at the ceiling. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, chair pose, airplane your arms, last one of practice. Inhale, mountain pose with a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Nice work. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or hop back and lower all the way down to your mat. Right away, we're going to interlace your hands behind your low back. Zip up your legs if it's okay on your low back. Otherwise, you can keep them hips width distance. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift your feet, lift your chest, locust pose. Try to bring your hands up off of your glutes and try to pull your knuckles towards your heels. Exhale, release. 2 breaths. And set up for locust pose again, or I'm going to cue for floor bow. For floor bow, bend your knees, bring your heels towards your glutes, and you want to bring your knees close together as if you had a block between your thighs. Reach for your pinky toe sides of your feet with your hands. Exhale, down. Inhale, kick your feet into your hands, which will lift your chest and lift your knees. Kick, kick, kick. And try to keep actively pressing your knees in, pressing your thighs toward one another. Let your breath rock you back and forth. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Tuck your back toes. Press yourself up through tabletop or high plank, downward facing dog. If you prefer figure 4, feel free to come down to your back right now. Otherwise, lift your right leg high, preparing for pigeon. Exhale, right knee to your right wrist and bring your foot to the opposite side of your mat. Your shin can be anywhere from 45-degree angle to parallel with the top edge of your mat. It does not have to be parallel at all. Find length first. Come up on your fingertips. Lift your chest. Bring your left hip flexor towards your front heel. And then slowly walk your hands forward, sleeping pigeon. You can rest your forehead on your hands. You can rest it on a block. Truly whatever feels good. The hard physical work of practice is done. Now, as I say that, I know pigeon pose can be highly sensational for a lot of us, especially in our right hip right now. And if that's the case, see if you can send an extra breath that way. And when I say send an extra breath, what that really means is bring your attention to it and then let go a little bit more tension. As our body tries to lengthen muscles, it tends to freak out a little bit and clench up and go in its own little fight or flight mode in that specific muscle. So we just have to remind it that it's okay. And to do that, we take deeper breaths. Press back up onto your palms, tuck your back toes, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. If you're on your back on figure 4, feel free to switch it out now. Everyone else, left leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose, other side. Left knee to your left wrist and foot swings to the right. Find length first on your fingertips. When I find length too, I like to press down into my front shin and down into my back leg. Square your hips off towards the front of the room and then walk your hands forward. If you have a blanket, you can always place a blanket or something underneath your, in this case, it would be your left thigh. And remember to think about unclenching just a little bit more. Press back up onto your palms. Tuck your back toes. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. And set it down, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and travel through your hands to a seat. Bring the soles of your feet out in front of you on the earth. Reach forward. Engage your low core and then slowly lower all the way down one vertebrae at a time until your full back is on the floor. And then kick your feet up towards the ceiling for legs up the wall. Like you're trying to put little footprints up on the ceiling. You can stack your hands one on top of the other and place them beneath your low back for an even more restorative variation. And start to bend your knees, reach for your pinky toe sides of your feet. Happy baby. Pull your feet down and press your feet into your hands at the same time to help lower your tailbone back down to the ground. You can sway side to side, straighten one leg and then the other, or you can sit in stillness. Maybe you move so much in life that you just need this time to sit still. Bend your knees into your chest. Keep hold of your right knee. Let your left leg fall long. Pull your right knee into your armpit even further. Supine twist. Let your right knee fall to your left. Take your right arm out to the right and gaze over that hand. No more controlling your breath, but especially in twists, it can be a little bit constricted. So maybe just bringing your awareness to that, noticing it, not judging it or anything, but just recognizing the difference in your body and the different poses. For no other reason other than maybe you just learned a little something new about yourself today. Bring your knees back into your chest. And this time, keep your left knee in, let your right leg fall long. Squeeze your knee a little closer to your armpit. And supine twist other side. Gaze to your left, knee goes to your right. Try to keep both shoulders down. And bring your knees back into your chest for one final big hug. Forehead to your knees. Point your toes, scrunch your face. Exhale, let everything go. Sweet, sweet Shavasana. Let your heels fall to the edges of your mat. Let your hands fall wherever they do. When you have space, take up space. I will cue you out of Shavasana, so feel free to rest in this pose for the next couple of minutes. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Try to release any last bit of tension that you hold in your shoulders or in your hips. Just let it go. Whatever you're holding on to. even if it's just for a second, 10 seconds. Give your mind a break from all the fluctuations it goes through all day. And instead, focus on your body, your breath, your connection to the ground beneath you. Start to deepen your breath. Bring soft movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrists. Roll out your ankles. Reach up overhead for that nice long body stretch. Bend your knees and come into fetal position on either your right or left side. And let this be a reminder that you always can begin again. That the universe does have your back. Gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat behind soft or closed eyes. And bring your palms to touch and your thumbs to third eye center, the space between your eyebrows. And bring your awareness to the connection between your thumbs and your forehead, like you were gazing at the forehead from the inside. May you always be unapologetically you. Bring your thumbs to your heart. The light in me sees and honors the light in every one of you. Namaste. Thank you for making it to your mat and for practicing today. I look forward to this every week, and I hope to continue to practice with you going forward.